Taurus, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. It is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, because it's Taurus energy. Always check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. You're going to be surprised that they'll relate to you better sometimes than your sun sign will. There's always an extended reading. So if you're looking for something that's a deeper, more specific, near personal reading, that link is below. It'll continue the messages from that we start here, and it also will give you conclusions to those messages. So I'd love for you to join me for that. If you really love this video, please remember to like it and to share it on your social media platforms. Subscribe to the channel and help the channel grow. We've been doing so wonderfully. I'm so grateful to all the views and the help that you've been giving to the channel. And be sure to hit that bell and select all notifications so that you know when I upload all your favorite content. Taurus is released every single Thursday between 8 and 9 a.m. over on the Pacific coast of the U.S. East Coast, that's 12 to 1 p.m. And then over in Western Europe, I think that's around dinner time, like 5, 6 p.m. If you want more content, you can head over to my second channel, Astrology Motivation, where I post a lot of great content, including the weekly astrology forecast and the daily tarot card readings. And if you want to participate in those daily tarot card readings, you can join the live chat while I do the daily tarot card readings live over on Instagram. You can find me at born_without_boundaries. You ready? Taurus, let's get into your reading. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Heart chakra all out of whack. Triumphant success, nope. Disappointment, transformation, feeling stuck. That's where we begin, a little bit in the past. Where are we right now? Foundation and achievements. I think you had to sacrifice a lot to keep your family solid, right? And your family had a lot to do with your version of success. Essentially, not only what they wanted, but fulfilling. Starting from a place where you maybe were not so fulfilled, right? And then how you support your family or create your family, or the family that you created, being a tremendous part of what your success was, your version of success was, whether it was building a better family than you grew up in, ending family karma, or fulfilling dreams that had started and been unfulfilled by your grandparents or your parents. Either way, there's this generational energy of coming from a place of feeling stuck, feeling like you weren't content, and that lack of contentment and that feeling stuck and that always feeling set upon or unaccomplished actually drove you to build something so much better. And here it is, foundation and achievements. Foundation and achievements. In other words, all that you have achieved to date is founded upon failure, heartbreak, and feeling diminished or in some way degraded. So this is a wonderful time, I think, for you to kind of, this seems like almost like an energy of, wow, looks like I made it. Wow, looks like I made it. What do I want to go next? Foundation and success. No, what do I want to go next? Let's do the moon cards, Taurus. Be bold and make the first move. You have gained the level of confidence of where you are right now. You weren't born into it. It was earned. And the wonderful aspect of that is that you know that whatever happens, you can find your way back because you're the one that paved the path. You're the one that built the road. So it's not like if something happens tomorrow and that road is decimated, you have the blueprints in your brain. So it's almost like be bold and make the first move. All that strength that you earned from all that craziness that you went through is now coming and culminating to this sense of, I'm going to start blazing my own trail. I'm going to start something new, or I'm going to make this move, and I know that I have the strength to do it. It could also mean that your family is providing strength and support for you, whether it's financial, it doesn't matter. We're going to get into specifics. I'm going to break this energy into money, love, and career. So wait for it. But ultimately, there's this sense of either starting to build out the family that you want, the foundation that you want, something that you want, a business that you want, or a sense of having such a strong foundation that even though you went through a lot of crap, ultimately now that is what has manifested in the strength that you have to go ahead and take this chance. And yes, if you're looking for a sign, here's your sign. Go ahead and take this chance. You have the strength. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So that to me sounds like a warning. That to me sounds like challenging energy. So it is, because Taurus is always square to Leo, right? It's a fellow fixed sign. And what that means is that it's an energy that challenges your natural energy, your natural tendencies to maintain, to uphold, to preserve. There's just this sense of, but there's a challenge being put to it right now. What is the ego? What is that challenge? How is your ego challenging what really makes you happy? Because there is a sense of pride in what you do, and there is a sense of you deserve to have the pride in what you do. You've earned it, and you know you've earned it, but has it created a chip on your shoulder? Now, chips on your shoulder that you're aware of can actually be exceptional tools for even more power and more development and more progress. But chips on your shoulder that were there that you don't really realize are there, and you have sort of built a pride bubble around, and there's arrogance there, this is something you might have to, or you might be checked on right now. There's a lot of things that are unfolding about the self, basically to learn to love yourself some more. And the real challenge right now is coming in from Leo energy. Where has your pride gotten in your way, and maybe in some ways led you too far out of your sphere of really knowing what the hell you're doing? Right? Like, have you stretched yourself too far? I feel like this, though, is more like you haven't stretched yourself too far. You have generated a tremendous amount of success, but that's where your pride's going to get you. It's like, okay, you've done it. It's great, and it's awesome, and you should be happy with yourself about it. But proud is a little bit different. Pride is a little bit different. Pride has a tinge of arrogance and also a tinge of fear in it, because pride is almost like, I'm running on fuel from validation. Watch out for that. You don't want to run on validation fuel, because validation fuel is going to be taken away from you this week. Breathe is in reverse. So there's a lack of grounding here to your thought process. We breathe to ground ourselves. That's how air that's how air grounds itself, right? You're earth energy. But ultimately, Taurus, this is about, have you found time to sort of just take some breaths in and out, to meditate and to take a second? Really think this over. This is telling me that your thought process isn't grounded where it should be. It's maybe not grounded in reality. And then we have why. That's a good question. Asking yourselves those questions. Discovering. Being open to discovering and deep knowing. And this is almost like maybe somebody's questioning you. You could be going through some sort of inquiries where your pride is like, don't fucking question me. Don't ask me these questions. Who are you? Who are you to ask me to question? They're a person that has questions. They're a person that wants to know why. They're a person that wants to know how. Maybe even if they're a malicious asshole who's questioning you to try to bring you down, Don't let pride get in your way, because it's the pride that'll bring you down. It's not answering the questions honestly. So ultimately, there's something here that might, this is almost like a warning. Things are going good, but it's going to try to trigger you in order to shake your foundation, to see if your foundation could be shook, to see if there are any cracks in your foundation, which means in some ways you could still plug those cracks. And if you see that there are cracks, you can do something about them, right? Love yourself enough to love everything about yourself. Love yourself enough to love yourself whole, not just those parts of yourself that are easy to love, right? But ultimately, this is where maybe potential cracks in our character start to come out when people question us and try to know more and inquire too deeply. A change in the wind is here, right? There could be some sort of inquiry, especially if this is coming out at work. A change in the wind. It's almost like you're starting to feel like people aren't giving you the support that you used to. And this could be your pride, because you could be saying that, oh, just because people are questioning me now, all of a sudden I feel like they're just not accepting what I say. That's not, I mean, okay, maybe they're just not accepting what you say. Maybe this is a period where people need a little bit more information shared, or they're sort of like testing their boundaries. That could all be true, but you're starting to, or, oh shit, I just heard this. There's a change in the wind towards somebody who basically questioned your authority, or questioned your motivate, they question you, or they're throwing shade at you or throwing questions at you. And it could easily be that you're like, wait a fuck it, well, I got 11:11 awakening, hold on a second, who the fuck are you to question me? Ultimately, that's going to make you look bad. You don't have anything to make you look bad. You've actually done this through hard work, devotion, and dedication. So if you answer with pride, you're going to feed right into what they're trying to bait you into. Do not be baited into a debate with somebody who is obviously just trying to bring you down, because you could feel, it's almost like you're like, I'm not tolerating this. Chopped wood is here. There's work to be done. And you know there's work to be done. And you got to like get to work. Get to work in a strategic way, Taurus. Get to work in a smart way and a pragmatic way. Like, get to work, and don't announce that it's not about validation, pride. Keep those shits off the table. Don't even, I'm not trying to even say keep it secretive, but you don't even have to make this public so much. You could just be like, yeah, something's got to change. Could be a change in your tolerance level. It could be a change in what you're willing to do or what you're willing to accept. But ultimately, that should come from a place of truth and faith in what you've built, not in defensiveness and taking a hit to your pride, because that's actually going to play into, if there's actual somebody, that's going to play into their shit. That's going to play into their bullshit. Make time for self-care. You haven't been. That's why it's coming out in reverse. Let's read the card. Taking care of yourself is essential right now. Yeah, really essential right now. Don't doubt yourself. Definitely not. There's no reason to doubt yourself, or to let them make you think like doubt your own integrity. No. But you haven't really been taking your, and maybe this is all about, you realize that somebody's been starting to really take advantage of you, and you're like, wow, I've let this go too far. I've got a lot of work still to do on myself. When I thought everything was swept under the table, and I thought like nobody would get one over on me again, and I thought I dealt with my low self-esteem, everything was cool, somebody is here kind of like triggering you. They're questioning you. These questions might actually be malicious, but they could be, and that's something that I want you to be aware of. Right? And I think that you'll know. Answered prayers. All your great work, there you go, there's your confirmation. So you shouldn't feel any kind of self-consciousness toward it. Answered prayers. All your great work has opened the door for divine solutions and support. So more than just you have got your own back. Other people have got your own back. You've done the right thing. So you, like, that's what I'm saying. We're trying to stay away from. I know your pride is going to be triggered right now. It's going to be triggered because you know you didn't do anything wrong and you busted your ass and you worked really hard. Okay, so if you know it, it's actually low self-esteem and those remnants of self-consciousness and not knowing it that's left over, the cracks in your foundation. That sense of you thought it was all over, you thought you had self-esteem, but the fact that you've been triggered and like the pride has been triggered and you want to act defensively says you really have not filled in all those cracks. So just recognize it for what it is. A time to fill in all of those cracks so that you don't get drawn into, or somebody doesn't get to make you into kind of like what they could use against you. Life lessons. You can break free from recurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and blessing they contain. You need to talk to God and consult God. And the reason why you really need to do that, Taurus, is simply this. It's almost like you're confused about something. I feel like you're confused about something or someone in particular that has just gotten to your last nerve and you don't understand why they're doing this. You don't understand why they're behaving this way. You don't understand their actions, and it's triggering defensiveness. And yes, fucking Taurus, people make fun of y'all all the time, but do not mess with the goddamn bull. Bulls are actually pretty peaceful creatures, but it's like, don't fucking egg them on. And I feel like somebody's egging you on and they're about to trigger their stampede, but watch, because they could be like shaking their fucking red cape right over a cliff because they're leading you down that way. And that's what I want you to be aware of and where your pride could lead you if you're not smart about this shit. Apatite, progress, not perfection. This is my favorite. Don't compare yourself to others or judge yourself. Instead, focus upon how far you've come and all that you've accomplished. There you go. Be sure that you reflect on your accomplishments and the truth in your, happy birthday, Doug Denny, in your accomplishments. Let's get to career. How is this energy impacting Taurus's career? How is this energy impacting Taurus's career? Boy, you got a lot of money. Ten of Pentacles is there. Your career's going really, really well. And then there's justice here. This is Libra season that we're sort of heading into. Justice is almost like a balance, a divine balance. Libra energy, Ten of Pentacles is here. Things are starting to balance out. Maybe things are just starting to calm down a little bit, and you're misconstruing that as people aren't interested. But I don't think it is. I think this is justice. This is getting justice paid to you for your career and what you've done. Beautiful. Could be luxury coming to you. Maybe going from just normal status to celebrity status, something like that. This is good shit for your career. Your career looks real good. You know what you want. The Queen of Swords is here. You're being asked to be logical and objective, and even you may be thinking of taking new directions, trying new things. This is all good karma. Remaining objective is going to bring a lot of fortune and good luck to you right now in terms of your career. Where else is that energy going? Let's go into love. Let's start love. Let's start love. Love for Taurus, please. What's going on with Taurus in love? What's going on with Taurus in love? You think somebody's not interested? You may not be interested, or there's a sense of you need to think over things and figure out your feelings. Four of Cups. There's just a sense of like, slow down. Things are moving too quickly. I need to think about this for a second. I need to ponder it and go over it. There's another 4 here. 4. That means you're being protected. You're being cared for. You're being protected. You're being watched over and guarded, which means that there's a sense of vulnerability here. There's almost like we had such a great time together. Things were going so well, or things are either great or they're kind of indecisive. They're awesome, and we're This could even be marriage, contemplating marriage. This doesn't necessarily have to be romantic love, though. I want you to know that. This is almost like you're taking time to contemplate a next step or a level up in this relationship, but you don't have enough information about something. What's the information lacking? You're still confused. you're still confused when it comes to love. I'll tell you right now, there's a strong sexual attraction, but you're with 4-4 here, you're too level-headed and grounded to be swept away in that. You still kind of want to know more. The best way to know more about love, a connection between you and another person, is to go out with them, to get to know them better. Something here in the past, it wasn't the right time. There was a lack of spiritual connection. This is happening in the past. So this could be affecting the way you see things now. It was almost like things weren't meant to be. They couldn't happen. They didn't come together. Something about the wrong timing. Well, the world has changed. You are not in the place that you were. And in terms of love, you are in a situation where you can move forward. You can leave that chapter where it didn't work and it disappointed you in the past and open up a new door. So what doors are opening up for Taurus in love? I don't know. Oh, I answered the question. I got 2 cards. Oh, okay, we have the King of Pentacles, you, right? Really strong, really secure, and the Moon. Really strong, really secure in your emotions, or no? Really strong, really secure, you feel really good about who you are, but emotionally, you're still kind of like hiding yourself. Not to be dismissive or malicious, but there's still some sense of you're holding back feelings. You're holding back your feelings. Okay, we're going to get deeper into that. Maybe you're networking. Maybe you want to network. Maybe you want to let friends set you up with somebody, or you want to look at new options or start talking to people. Okay. Let's go into finance. Finance, money. How is money going for Taurus? There's something that you're being strong here. You're wrestling through. Even if you're afraid, you're moving forward. So you may be taking new financial risks, but ultimately it's like that's the Strength card. You're facing your fears, right? Or you're being made to face your fears. There's some stuff that you have to look over financially, because you need to review it. Just take a look over your finances, because something is confusing you, and there's a lot of shit here that you're like, it doesn't make any sense to me, and maybe it's frightening you a little bit because the Strength card is here. Well, you should trust your instincts. Go through those books, check those books. There's something not kosher. Well, there's something that's confusing you. Let's work through the confusion. Let's go over to the extended. I hope that you guys will enjoy and join me. Thank you so much for your constant support and the growth of the Taurus crew on Born Without Boundaries. I'm so grateful. I will see you guys soon. Bye.